think it's that one and that one, isn't it? Right, okay. Okay, here we go. Welcome everyone for round whatever number this is. Hungary! The round after Silverstone. I want to say it's round 10.
I think it is round 10 or
10 or 11. We have our own musical accompaniment with this one.
I have to apologise. I have to explain. I'm not at my normal location this evening. I'm at my parents', effectively dog sitting, and unfortunately my dog's enjoying a chew toy at the moment. So I do apologise for any background noise you'll get from me today. I will try my best to keep him quiet, but he's very stubborn at times.
Well, the race,
anyway,
and hopefully that might be a distraction for the race. Who knows? But we have some questions, don't we, for this one? Will it rain? Will the Madman bounce back?
That one, I would say potentially. I think this is the type of track that'll suit him.
There you go.
Potentially,
we have the potential for and do we have a possibility for a new championship leader? I want to say we might do.
Yeah, we might be able to.
And will Callum Rose score points?
Well, he technically did.
Are we beginning now? Are we?
I'm just sending them a message. Hang on.
Remember to go into spectator mode.
Yes, I know.
All right, all right.
Is Callum in here? Yes, he is. Right, there we go. Right. Let's go.
Quite a rare phenomenon this is.
Yeah,
missing Q1.
We have had JB Troll retire from the league as of this morning. But he's putting all his commitments into effectively schoolwork. Whiteside is missing today. He messaged us this morning saying he won't be able to make it. And we've had we've got a few others who.
There is no potential for a new championship leader if, like, technically there is if Madman doesn't score and KO wins.
Right.
16 points is the gap.
Alright, so if Madman doesn't win, then KO needs to be in the top 2.
That also scuppers, we were talking about JB Trice, that also scuppers Force India efforts to beat Ferrari in the Constructors' Championship.
It does. CLK will be hoping that a new driver will get signed up to not only to the league but to that car quite quickly to try and help that. I know KO's been pushing for his brother to race again, but
are you not streaming today?
Mine's probably cut out. It's probably wise for me not to stream, actually, thinking about it.
Yeah.
And what was my trainer for? Yeah, KO's brother was asking to race, but because of the issues they had when both him and KO were trying to race at Austria and Silverstone, they kept disconnecting. So we basically, Devil was late. I didn't realise he wasn't in the room. Still would have had to skip Q1 anyway, but yeah, Devil's unfortunately missed qualities. He was too late.
But yeah, because we gave it technically we are supposed to start at 7. It's now 6 minutes past 7.
Yeah.
Now, the F1 drivers do take a while to do this, so it will be interesting to see how quickly these guys can do it.
Let's just hope they've remembered to put in their setups first.
So I remember a certain Red Bull driver has suffered by not doing that. You.
No, that wasn't me. That was glitch. That wasn't me.
Sure.
The game lagged out at Monaco because Kyle disconnected and it reset the majority of people's setups.
Someone's gone out.
If you're... Who's that?
Someone's gone out, but it's already retired.
Yeah, so I think they've realised quite quickly that they should have done that. So it's just Matey Boy we're waiting on.
No, what tells me by usual logic, the quickness of them retiring has meant that it will be dry. Yeah.
Yeah.
My only concern is, because obviously Part Fam is on, will Devil be able to have a setup?
That I don't know. People have joined during quali before and haven't complained about it, so that I don't actually know. We'll see, but to be honest, he was. He just messaged me as well.
Okay, Q2. Are we expecting a mixed strategy, do you reckon? Like we had last week at Silverstone?
This will be an interesting one because the type of circuit you'd want, you know, almost maximum grip, maximum downforce almost. So you will want to have the use of probably the super softs more often than not. But
the problem is that track position is key here.
Yeah, so the overtaking potential is very, very limited.
Especially with the rubbish DRS this year as well. I imagine the undercut's going to be quite effective as well here.
Yeah, well, yeah, I do expect the undercut to be probably one of the strongest in the season that isn't a street circuit, effectively. This is probably the closest to a street circuit.
That also means, therefore, that the people that will go on the soft tyre will lose out doubly because they have to. Oh, that's already a crash.
No, he's doing the right thing there. He's got a quali ban, don't forget.
Oh, is he? Oh, yes,
he's got a quali ban.
Did you remind him?
I did.
Oh, right.
That was in the message I sent round.
So well done,
yeah,
Callum.
Yeah, well done, Callum. Thank you for. Oi.
So out of all the drivers so far, only 2 have selected the soft tyre, which is VW and Dave. Dave sometimes normally does this, though, doesn't he? But he
always likes
I think what he does is he uses the soft tyre. Oh, good, as VW has a half spin in the chicane. Sort of a he likes to have use the soft as maybe like a marker, maybe, and then use the super soft run afterwards, so he doesn't burn 2 sets of those.
Yeah. He's always one of the few to.
That's a good name, actually. That's a good point, actually. What is my name on YouTube? Oh, yeah. My actual PSN name.
Yeah, it's your PSN name. SH Racing. No, it's Stephen Harrison, actually, isn't it?
Well, if you just type in SH Racing 54...
54, you'll find it.
Mm. Do you mind sending that to Dave? Because technically I'm the only one getting the pictures at the moment. Yay, 5 people.
Big Dave?
No, Dave 1025.
Oh, Dave 1025. Oh, he likes to listen to the stream while he races, doesn't he?
Okay, so we have everyone is out apart from the 2 McLarens as per usual. The usual trend going on there. So, Salman sets of I don't know what the fastest times are going to be. I imagine probably a 16, which is what they were in real life.
Yeah, it'll be...
Well, if it's 16s, then 18.8 seem quite far off.
I think we might be looking at 17s at best.
Hang on a minute, stupid question, this is the old surface, isn't it? In real life, didn't it get resurfaced?
I think so, yes.
So, and I don't think the game hasn't got that resurfaced on here, so it's still the old surface, so we can't really use real life as a marker. So probably 17s then?
Yeah, I reckon it'll be 17s. KO's already invalidated his first flyer.
And that's another thing. That's another thing, yeah.
Have
you got your notepad ready?
I've got my phone ready. Again, track limits.
That could swing this because KO is on 3 driver license points. Remember?
Yeah. So it's Madman.
Madman's on 6.
6, sorry. So yeah. So if he gets a couple more,
TLK's on 3. The only ones who could get a 10-point deduction today are KO, TLK, VW, and that's it.
White goes for spin.
TLK is about to cross the line and finish his first lap. Go second. So that time for Michael C then, might not be half bad then. You've got to remember, this time last year was when, around the time when Michael C actually joined the league.
God, KO so nearly binned that. I do apologise, but KO's car looks very, very loose on the rear end. So
like it was at Spain then. Well, the trick for this track is to have literally as much as to have a very good front end. But the problem is, this is rear limited track, isn't it?
I think primarily, yeah, although the front does take a pounding itself as well.
So he crosses the line and goes 18.5. So only a couple tenths quicker.
Yeah, that isn't the best we saw there from KO, that's for sure, because he nearly ended in the wall 2 or 3 times.
Well, we've got to remember, are you sure he went sideways or is that lag?
No, he definitely went sideways. Definitely.
Okay, so now the 2 McLarens are out on track now.
Yeah, Madman is coming.
Oh, TLK top! 18.5. Yeah, you got to remember the blah blah blah. Here's one for the montage. Spain he was quick at, and he did well at Canada. Canada's similar sort of characteristics to here, where you need a good sort of sharp front end. But he didn't do well at Monaco, so that.
To be fair, Monaco is a bit of a
specialty
one-off
track
in terms of you can't be really it's one of those tracks where if you're good at one place it doesn't necessarily mean you'll be good at Monaco, or if you're good at Monaco it doesn't mean you'll be good anywhere else. It's its own special way that track.
But I'm just trying to look. I'm looking at the field spread.
You do tend to hear that if you're good at tracks like Spain, you are going to be good pretty much everywhere. That's a good sort.
But
that's the main testing track.
Did he win Spain on merit, or did he win Spain with misfortune for everyone else?
I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I mean, I think he would have. I think he would have had come out second outright if no one had any issues. Personally, I still think he would have.
Madman beats it. Another 2 attempts.
Yeah, I think TLK actually had enough to potentially finish second on the day, if.
Because remember, that was the race that KO really struggled at.
KO had a nightmare. I know Madman.
Madman made a couple of strategy issues.
Yeah. But I don't think he had actual issues resulting to damage or anything like that.
The two closest cars on the track are actually the two Mercs.
But yeah, White ahead of J19 at the moment as well. That's a good effort from White there.
We've got to keep an eye on Dave 1025 as well. He's on his lap at the moment. And he's in the middle sector at the moment. He's on the soft tyre, so looking at it, he might, unless he's invalidated, because he's running out of time really to
get round.
Yeah, and then go back in
the supers.
But it's a short lap though, isn't it? So I guess he could get away with it. But looking at the time of VW, I don't.
As long as he,
think
as long as he doesn't, no, he's invalidated again though.
I've also noticed there is a small visual glitch.
Which is?
If you look at the starting light gantry, you got the green lights, and then you have one red column.
Oh, you have that. You have that everywhere.
Do we? I've only noticed it here.
Yeah, that's at every track. I've noticed that.
Is that what's stopping the game from breaking?
I don't know.
So as we've got a small lull at the moment of the
We've
top
only got
six.
4 cars out of track at the moment.
Yeah, so I'm just thinking how big places to get real corner cut infringements. Really turn
outside of turn, outside
and
inside of turn 4.
Yeah, the
outside
chicane.
is outside. I don't know how much track time you've done, but the outside of turn 4 is very realistic, as they were doing in real life with, cancelling quali laps.
I'm guessing that if you go on the red bit, it's an invalidation.
Basically, yeah. If you have all 4 wheels on the curb, it's an invalidation. Which will mean two tyres on the red bit, 2 tyres on the rumble strip, the white and red bit. If you have all 4 wheels on the curb.
So Dave's just crossed the line, done a 20.5. So it doesn't
but he's done he's done 3 flyers already on that tyre.
It doesn't look like the soft. There's a big delta difference then between the softs and the supers. I've got like a few other cars coming out on track now, but 2 Hasses are back on track again.
Yeah, Charlie's about to start a lap.
I'm being told it's front limited and time should be in the 17s.
Okay.
Which is by a McLaren driver in the F1 league.
Right.
Of Mr. Cat.
Goes with the,
so good
goes
evening,
with the
Mr.
crazy
Cat.
setups. Yeah, good evening. So
talking of the F1 league as well, one of the F1 drivers was saying that they've got the same number to one of the new guys who've joined at Silverstone. I don't know if anyone said that to you. Number 4, there's your clue.
Well, that'll be that other.
I think it's Horst, I think.
Yeah, he never actually declared to me what number he wanted to use, so I wasn't aware of that.
Right.
I sent them messages when they joined what number they'd like to use. The Gramahar guy, I was in conversation with for about 3 days because he kept trying to use a number that wasn't available. Yeah, the other guy never told me what number he wanted, so I wasn't actually aware of that.
Right, anyway, Dave's now qualified 9th, so he's in, but he's determined to start on that soft tyre.
Yeah, and the problem is, though, for him, he's done what, 4 or 5 laps on those set. So
unless the deck is really high.
Yeah, he's kind of really got rid of the advantage of or any potential advantage of using those softs. But I think we're having a bit of a
last 2.5 minute lull here. Oh no, TLK's come back out.
Because Blood and Sands VW, Salman's going in, but all the guys currently in the drop zone are all in the pit lane. So yeah, we've got a bit of a. I think also
they've still got about 15 seconds for them to go back out again. So
I think they are worried about tyre wear. Normally they'd be out there constantly. I think they are, despite the fact they've not done Q1, they're worried about tyre wear. This is telling me.
Well, you'd think so, but the amount of people that are going back out again, I know Madman and KO haven't, But TLK's gone back out again. Michael C's done another lap, and Charlie's gone back out again. So,
well, Charlie, I can understand. He's only got half a second.
Half a second round here, though, is a lot.
Yeah. But you don't know how bad. You don't know what issues the other guys had. Right.
As he's spinning the pit lane. Oh, so nearly. He damaged part of his front wing, but so nearly could have ended his qualifying session there. TLK started his lap now. So let's just have a... Ooh, is there someone coming out the pit lane? Ooh, that was Michael C. Just stayed in the...
Right, hopefully the background noises will stop. My dog has gone to sleep.
Well, don't start squeaking then. Otherwise you'll have two things. One, it'll be in the montage, and two, your dog will wake up.
Yeah, I'm going to leave you for the montage, alright?
Yay! Right, okay, so first sector times are 28.1. I don't know whether or not that's good or not for TLK, so I'm going to just keep
going to keep an eye on VW, because he's the only person out there who's currently in the drop zone. And he's gone on to the super softs.
This will give us an idea of what TLK's lagging a little bit. Where the lag spike.
Not a great first corner from VW. That's already put him on the back foot. He's got a good initial turn in, but then he appears to have a bit of like power on understeer, almost.
That's diff then being too tight, too loose. Sorry.
Yeah, he's.
As TLK crosses the line and does a 28.5, so not as quick as his first lap.
28? You mean an 18?
18, sorry. It's because it came up with its sector time, sector 1 sector time. Yeah. Sector 1 time, that's it. And then
I don't think VW is going to make any inroads on the top 10 here.
He's got to find 7 tenths. Oh, Matey Boy improved. Tyre.
Oh yeah, Matey Boy's jumped up to 7th, which pushes Dave 1025 on the bubble, but I think he's going to be okay. I don't think VW is going to find enough time there. Actually, yes, he's
10th.
I do apologise, VW, you're in.
Okay. So that means then there's at least a 7/10 difference then between the two tyres.
I would say
easily went in. Easily got him.
Yeah. I think there's over a second then, because he had a horrible first sector. Absolutely horrible. So that makes Dave 1025's use of the softs completely useless, because he won't be starting on them now. He'll have a free choice.
He went 1.1 seconds quicker anyway. VW did on the super soft to the soft, so whether or not he made a mistake on the soft tyre as well.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, no, he definitely had more time in the bag there. Right, into the top 10. So, 2 McLarens, 2 Mercedes, 2 Haas, 1 Renault.
Ferrari and Renault. And a Williams.
Yeah.
And an apple in a pear tree.
So do you think we'll see someone sneak, so someone like KO maybe get into the 17s here?
I don't know, actually. Unless he was taking it easy on his time lap.
Look after his tyre.
But to do that, he had to find 7 tenths. 6, 7 attempts to do that, and I'm thinking, you don't find that much time around here.
Yeah.
Doing that, so realistically, I'm going to say Madman's probably in the pound seats to get into the 17s.
Madman and maybe even TLKs. He wasn't that far off.
No, he did an 18.4, but I think KO might. Well, no, because you did say KO had a very wild lap, so
yeah, it might not be a true representation.
But he did have, but that will help him in the race when he's got full fuel. But
but towards the end of the race it might struggle.
Yeah.
If
Depends on
he
what
is in
his
a
tyre
battle
wear's
with
like.
Madman.
Only time will tell. We'll find out in another 10 minutes.
Yeah. And it is a short lap, so these guys will be able to use a couple of sets of tyres for this session.
Or do several laps.
Or just do several laps on the tyre that they'll give back at the end of the session. As KO starts his lap, going into turn 1. TLK waits for him to go by. Oh, and again, I think
Wheel
that
spin.
rear is... Yeah.
Pushing too hard, maybe? But I'm trying to work out what that would be. That would be more camber related. You did a 27.8 first sector. So that was a lot of curb in turn 4.
Yeah, that was a
legal?
lot of curb, but the time is still going.
Well, no, the time does normally keep going, even if they invalidate it.
The only way we'll know is in race director, won't it?
Yeah, or when they cross the line. That was a lot of curb.
KO, yeah, KO has invalidated.
Right.
So this is not gonna...
This will get... That's wide.
And it's wide again, yeah. He's not got a good setup in that car, I don't think. I think he
Maybe
is
a
on
good
the...
race
I think
setup,
he
but
is
not
on...
a... Well, I'm trying to think, because Spain he suffered, Monaco he suffered. I can't even remember who won Monaco. It might have been Madman in the end, but...
Yeah, it was.
Canada he was alright.
Supes has left the session.
17.7 from KO, but invalidation.
But how much of that time would have been because he carried extra speed into corners he wasn't able to
no
do?
traction. 18.7 from J19, that'll get smashed.
Yeah, Madman's come around the last corner now. Doesn't hit the apex of the last corner though, but this could be a 17 himself.
18.
Or an 18-0. Not quite.
KO's found another 10th in the first sector and does not invalidate this time. Stays way away from the curve in turn 4.
Yeah, I think you might find though this middle sector might be a little bit down because he's carrying less speed into the corners.
You think?
I think so.
It was
It's wide again there. Supes has rejoined. Yeah, let's see, 7/10's down. There you go.
Unless he's backed off.
I think he might box. I think he might box this lap.
He
is. I wonder if he got invalidation when he ran.
There we go. There's the first. There's the first one for the montage. There we go.
TLK does an 18-1. TLK an 18-1.
We better explain. When we did the FIA on Tuesday, in the FIA this was notified to us that someone is going to make a montage of us two squeaking while we do commentating in the F2. So J19, we've got to keep an eye on as well on this Haas and Mercedes battle as well, where they're all separated by 7/10 at the moment, but it's close between J19 and Charlie, 12 thousandths to be precise.
And fairly close, only a couple of tenths between Michael C and White.
Oh, Michael C separates
18-1.
9 thousandths faster.
I think Supes has just rejoined the lobby because I got all of a sudden massive, as in retaking his car, because I think he just massive lag there as well.
Oh, did you? Right.
Yeah, Michael C's car's basically stopped on the start line.
There was a there was a yellow flag in sector 1, so he might have just stopped or gone really slowly.
Right.
Madman continued round his run.
He's a 10th down. He's a 10th down, so I think he was going again, but I think he might.
How many laps has he done? Because I don't think he's gone back in the pit lane yet.
Madman, no, this was his second run. That was his second flyer.
It can't be because we're halfway through the session.
He wasn't out like straight away.
Yeah, I suppose so. 2 laps, 2 in and out, and 2 flyers, then maybe, I suppose, but...
No, yeah, no, he's done 2 flyers, and that was his fourth lap in total if you include outlap. Outlap, 2 flyers, and then that.
Right.
The only people to invalidated any time so far, KO being one of them. The other one's quite surprisingly TLK. He's normally pretty good with his track limits. But this will be one track where I think
TLK's up. TLK's up. A 10th and a half.
I think you're a little bit ahead of me actually.
well, 0.13.
Yeah, no, but I think you got that info before I even saw it.
Goes across the line and does a 17.998.
9, wow.
100th ahead of Badman. Right, battle on.
Oh, Michael C is a 10th up on his own time as well.
Half a 10th up.
Oh, was it half a 10th? Sorry, I thought it said a 10th.
Are you blind?
Well, I only got a brief look at it.
As he goes across the second sector, half a second down, so that lap time's gone.
Nice. Yeah, that's gone.
KO's now back out on track again.
Soups is doing his first lap now. Who's just
improved?
VW's just gone on the board.
Ah, that's why. KO's on an out lap.
Yep. Soups is on a flyer now. He's just going through turn 2. Having disconnected earlier in the session.
Madman's back out on track.
Hmm. 2083 from Soups, first sector. Not too bad.
28.3.
Yeah,
that's about half a second off of what I've seen from KO. So...
Yeah, but this, to be fair with Soups, he's not going to be much higher than where J19 is, really. I just don't think he's got the outright pace to be any...
Oh, that was a bit of lag. That was a lag there.
Yeah.
I'll admit that was a lag there.
Yeah.
We'd also like to explain at this moment that the usual person who's hosting is not hosting.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm at another location, the connection is not...
20.9 being invalidated, so that would have put him 7th.
Yeah. My connection
so
isn't anywhere near as fast.
Okay, so KO's about to cross the first sector time and does a 27.8.
8.
So it's 10... Ooh.
Did he keep that just in the boundaries?
Soups is left again.
Soups is left again. Soups has got connection issues tonight.
Right. Ooh, he's pushing the boundaries of track limits, isn't he?
Certainly, and again he's going to go wide here. That's going to be a lap gone shortly.
Ooh.
We'll see in a moment. I'm not going to check the race direct, so I'll wait until he crosses the line, but... To be honest, if this lap isn't invalidated and he completes it, I could see a few angry people being potentially raising that, because that was...
This will be a 17, I think. 17.5.
It is a 17.5, but that was 2, maybe 3 times. He was all 4 wheels off the track there. So I won't be surprised if a few people may raise that. I might even note that for FIA.
Well, you have to look at the footage again.
Yeah, we'll have to review it, but that will need reviewing. Madman's about to do a 17.6.
So it gets a little bit interesting and a bit tight again. KO's backed off now. And is
TLK's on an out lap.
Madman's carried on, I think.
Yeah, Madman's going again.
.700's up on his own time. No, woo! I think they're getting away with it just about. I think the left side tyres are staying on the track. I think it might be just the camera angle. He's a lot tight, a lot neater than KO in the middle
Yeah.
sector.
He always has at least a wheel.
Oh,
if not
600's
two,
up.
He's so close that he's.
Oh, taking a bit of an acute angle into the penultimate corner. Oh, slightly wide.
He likes that line.
Early.
He likes that
16,
line.
17. No. Oh! No, invalid. 1,000.
1,000.
This would be the closest pole ever.
He's got time for one more if he has enough fuel.
Now we've got to keep an eye on TLK now. TLK's the next one.
28.0 first sector. He's a couple of tenths down, I think.
Brilliant.
He might improve on his own time, but I don't think he's. It might be what if he does improve. It won't be one much more than what he's already done.
Oh, he's taking a much tighter line than Madman, so he might 15, 16. No, 17.7.
17.7. So yeah, he does improve, but yeah, only P3.
No, KO's backed off big time, and Madman's 300s away in the first sector.
Oh,
level in the second.
Oh no!
Goes around the penultimate corner again and likes it. He likes that cute penultimate line, doesn't he?
He does.
He goes around the final corner this time.
He likes that wide line.
Madman's going for pole. Will he get it? Will he get it? Oh no, he didn't. He did not get pole.
No, he didn't.
Oh, you look at the steering wheel. The steering wheel's the giveaway.
Yeah.
0.002 of a second.
He did his last lap was invalidated, but it was identical. Look, if you look in race director, his last 2 laps were identical. But it was invalid. But it was invalidated. I don't think Soups was rejoined again, so.
So, well, no, because the Stoffel the Waffle is still 10th.
Yeah.
So, so the top 3, 2/10.
Top 4.5 a second. Top 5 within a second.
We'll take that. We'll take that. We'll take that. I think we haven't had a fully dry race in a while, so.
It is a reduced grid compared to what we normally expect is dry. So we've lost Soups, but Devil will start from the back. And the other thing is, I think he might actually get put in a Ferrari as well. But he will be scoring his points for Williams, obviously. So the game does like putting it.
Then. I've got there's speculation on the stream that KO did indeed extend the track.
Yeah, I did because I was on board.
Oh, you was on board, was you? Fair enough, I wasn't.
I was on board. I've saved a clip since my stream stopped. I've saved the clip, and I was on board, and he definitely, especially that last right-hander at the end of Sector 2, he was definitely all 4 wheels off there. And he was marginal at exit turn 4 and turn 8, I think it is. Turn 9. Should I say turn 9?
Joe is not Vernon, code name, is not streaming because we believe, because he's not at his own home, his internet is not as good as it normally is. He did try and stream, but the stream stopped. So instead of having a connection issue in the lobby, he's decided to not stream today.
I won't be streaming, but I will be saving clips. I have my clips set to an hour, so I'll remember to save my clip after an hour, and then again at the end of the race. So I will have a recording. It'll just be delayed. I'll just have to upload it later.
So you're Channel 4 then?
I'm effectively Channel 4, yes. I am Ben
so,
Edwards.
hang on. So, looking at KO's laps in qualifying with the amount of corner cuttings potentially we had, you might need a new phone. But all seriously though, who do you think will win today?
I'm still going to go with Madman because I think, just based on what we saw in quali, he seems to have a bit of a car that's more consistent, and easier to sort of predict. Whereas KO's was very, as we mentioned twice or three times, it's very wild. He was having issues keeping all four wheels on the track.
It will get balanced up though in the race because of the fuel. But we said this at Spain, didn't we? And it actually made it worse.
Yeah.
It seems like we've started a poll on the stream. Whereas we've already got one vote for Madman to win. It seems like. But after the top three, which I'm assuming in particular order will be Madman, KO and TLK, who will be the best of the rest? Who will win the Mercedes and Haas battle?
Mercedes and Haas battle. As individually as a driver, I think pace-wise it's Michael C, but whether at the end of the race with penalties, I don't know.
Because J19 leads the Mercedes-Haas battle and has scored predominantly all the points for Mercedes as well. There is only 10 points between the two going into this race.
Yeah, it's very tight, that battle. Actually, I've just realised I can't message Mike Whiteside to press go because he ain't here.
And to answer your question, it is round 11.
Yeah, it is 11. I thought it was for some reason. I just couldn't remember. You put me on the spot too soon.
Will Madman be off the podium for the first time this year?
There we go. I sent a message to Dave 1025.
His lowest position is third.
Third at
Canada and Baku.
Yeah. I think he was actually officially originally off the podium at Spain, but with penalties and stuff that were applied, he ended up finishing second.
Yeah. Well, what you got to remember is he won on the road at Canada, but because of penalties again, he was third.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go again. Now, what tyres are the midfield runners going to be on?
So Dayton 25 soft, London Sand soft, Callum soft, Devil soft.
So quite a lot of soft runners. And what car is Devil in? He's in a Ferrari. Yeah, I'm sure he'll be over the moon with that. Okay. I'm just gonna have a look now. We're at the moment. I know it's probably glitched at the moment, which it is because every single person. This is a fuel limited race.
Everyone's in the negative.
Yes, this is fuel limited. So who's good at saving fuel?
Well, the last round, KO. With the rain, of course. But that was the rain,
though, remember. I believe you'll be looking at that little pesky little pink car in third. For quite a lot of the fuel. He's the only driver, I believe. Oh no, it's him and Charlie and Matey Boy happened.
What?
Oh, okay, we just had a massive lag moment, okay. Because half the grid had stopped on the track. I'm thinking...
That was just you, because mine kept moving.
Okay, well, it's back now anyway, so... I'm going to turn my YouTube off.
Yeah, turn it off. Don't strain your connection. No. Jesus.
As long as it's me that's the only one that's the lagging party, then we're fine.
Even I don't do that. If I have YouTube up on my phone, I'll make sure it's on mobile network, not Wi-Fi.
That might be a good idea, but I'm not gonna look at anyone's text messages in this one. But anyway, there's about a handful of drivers who had the car in lean on the warm-up lap. I don't know whether or not that makes a difference.
It doesn't make a difference on the warm-up lap on this game, unfortunately. Right.
Okay. 5 lights
and the long hold, but we're away.
All good start from the front row.
TLK's got a good start. He's going to go the outside liner. I think TLK might sweep around the outside of at least one of them.
He's gone wide though.
He's still there. Oh, there's a bit of carnage in the background. They're all through safely, but TLK will get through.
No, he won't, because he'll be on the outside for turn 3.
Yeah, Madman holds on. So Michael C, the 2 Hasses are in front of the 2 Mercs. At the start of this race as well.
Oh,
was that Callum?
Callum's made a good start, actually. He's up to 11th.
He was up to 10th, but he went off at turn 4.
Someone spun! That was good. That was good reaction there. Oh, we have a split in the lead. Oh, I think that might be is that lag or is that a mistake from Michael C? Michael, no, that was a genuine mistake from Michael C. He's down to 9th.
Oh wow! Oh, and someone else is off. That's Charlie. Charlie, the other Hass has gone off. It's allowed J19.
I was a bit cautious because I wasn't sure whether or not that was actual lag.
Oh, Charlie's been shoved off the track by VW.
I didn't know whether or not that was lag or the fact that it was mistakes. I was just waiting for a response.
Right, so anyway, someone's in. Michael C is pitting.
Damage to wing, maybe? Or is that a jump?
Yeah, I think
it won't be jump start because we know about it.
I think it is.
Yeah, no, teams are out
already. Just going on to the supers again. Is it a front? There's no front wing change.
Unless he's not put it.
Yeah. Unless he's forgotten to set it to yes, which you would have thought people had learned by now.
I don't think this is fuel limited. I think that was just a glitch because everyone's sort of 1.2-ish at the moment.
Yeah.
It might be on the maximum of the fuel load.
So Callum Rose has fallen down the order. I think Callum Rose has had an issue. He's about to lose a 4th place in a 4th position in the space of about 3 corners.
No, he's still 11th.
He was up in 8th. Oh, we've got yellow flag, sector 2, VW spun. And he's knocked his wing.
So that's out of the chicane, isn't it?
Yeah, that's through the left right section.
So J19 have got ahead of the 2 Hasses. Well, the 2 Mercs are now... Oh, Callum Rose first
already.
One. lap 2 already. J19's actually doing pretty well, actually, because normally by this stage, the top 3 would really be away, and maybe like 2, 3 seconds up the road, but J19's still sort of there.
So just to put into perspective at the moment, KO is in standard, TLK is in standard, but Madman is in lean at the moment. So Madman is saving his fuel. You've got Dave 1025's had a good start, up in 6th.
Yeah. He only had 5% wear on his tyres.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's it's quite surprising considering the amount of laps he did in Q2 there, but there we go.
So the J19 has got, I believe, the most... the fuel is all over the place. I'm not even going to bother looking.
No,
it was
I'm going to turn that off.
We did this at a different race. I can't remember where it was, but it was somewhere and it kept jumping around all over the place.
Canada, I think it was. Canada or Baku.
But again, we're in the situation where Madman doesn't actually need to win this race, but it would stop a sort of march from KO up to a degree.
Yeah. Madman has... Looks like KO's car is more suited at the moment for Sector 1. He seems to be able to pull a bit of a gap for Sector 1, but from now on, based on the last couple of laps, it'll be Madman that will close in.
Do you reckon he set his car up for turn 4, do you reckon?
Maybe. But sort of from now on, Madman definitely has the traction and... Ooh, saying that, he has a moment.
Both of them did. Oh, J19's had an issue.
He spun the same place as where VW went a lap or two ago. Is that going to
damage wing as well? No, it would have done.
Now it would have done. Maybe.
No, he's still got everything.
It's just the one benefit they have having on full rather than simulation is they do get a lot more
leniency.
Leeway with front end contact.
Can I have a shout out, please, to Blood and Sands in 8th?
Yeah, Soulman again in 9th. Soulman obviously on the back of scoring points at Silverstone as well.
Yeah, had a very good race at Silverstone.
Blood and Sands, yeah, I can't remember the last time he. I think he was up in the points a race not too long ago, but it didn't work out for him at the end. But I mean, look at that. I mean, White 4th, Dave 1025 now 5th. With the mistakes from the Hasses and J19.
It's quite a good race so far from White. I'm trying to remember how he did last year. But I can't. So
I can't remember what happened last year, no. TLK is now starting to get a little bit dropped.
Yeah.
Madman is staying within that sort of 1 second,
1.3.
Yeah. No, he's wide again though. He's got the
Charlie may have had an issue, but he is right up behind Dave 1025.
Charlie went off on the outside of, is it turn 11?
Yeah.
That last right hand at the end of Sector 2 on the opening lap, and it allowed both the Mercs and VW through and Dave 1025 because VW shoved him off effectively in turn 12. And then VW went off and spun a lap later. But those softs, it's hard to read them. Charlie has caught Dave up quite quickly, but Dave isn't really losing ground to White ahead of him. So it's a bit difficult to read about at the moment of how well those softs are actually going to be doing.
Oh, J19 did not box, by the way. He stayed out.
No, he stayed out.
And Michael C
Just in front of Michael C.
Yeah, so we've got 2 Haas and Mercs together at the front-ish, and 2 Haas and Mercs at the tail end.
Yes.
Madman's starting to get slightly dropped as well. It's sort of equaling out at the front.
Yeah, KO I think has just found his
more yellow flags in Sector 2. That might be Callum Rose.
Callum, yeah, turn 5. Yeah, that's the inside of turn 5. He's had a spin on the exit. And he's damaged his wing again.
No. This is his first wing damage.
Is it his first? I thought it was his second.
No, first one. Looks like Charlie's got a bit of a balance issue. What?
It's a really... I'm just trying to think. It's a really difficult track to get you set up right because you obviously want a really stable car, but the problem is if you go too stable, you make yourself slow.
Yep.
So you have to find that balance between stable and fast. And unfortunately, I think on this game it's almost impossible to find.
Well, you've got to have over the year with all the R&D you might have done, you might have found a decent sort of suspension running you've got, and then you keep with that suspension, then you just tweak maybe aero and balance.
Yeah,
this game is a bit strange. It's not as sensitive as 16 was, where you had to change quite a bit. Well, this game you sort of pick a suspension and you just leave it. It seems like there's not a lot of. It's not a real setup-y game.
Yeah.
It seems like, which is a shame. I would have liked, but the problem is though that's with the more downforce you've got.
Yeah. Well,
Which I kind of knew was going to happen, but oh well. It seems like
J19 and Michael C are battling for 10th. That's because they're both being stuck behind Soulman. Nice little three-car battle going on here for 9th, 10th, and 11th.
Charlie is now caught up. Day 1025 now, and did have DRS, but was too far away. And this is the problem that they may find themselves now. Is how are they going to pass with DRS not being that effective on this game?
It's
as Callum Rose box.
They're gonna have to do more of a slingshot kind of move, aren't they?
Oh,
it's kind of speed in the pit lane.
That is not a reminder. That is not a countable penalty at the end.
No, the only penalties that get counted towards license points are the 3-second time penalties for track limits and corner cuts. So 5-seconders, 10-seconders, and so on do not contribute, but they obviously still suffer from it as a result in the race. TLK looks like he's closing up on Madman again.
Well, kept an eye on the gaps, and it seems to be fluctuating a bit. It's yellow flag sector 1 now.
Yeah, I think that's Callum stopping on the track pretty much to let the leaders go. He came out the pits as they arrived. So it's good driving there from Callum.
Oh, lunge! Oh, that was not going to work, Michael. No, that was because Charlie dive bombed with the DRS.
Yeah, Charlie's damaged his wing definitely this time. The left-hand element of his wing is gone. Johnson and Michael C are having a ding-dong into turn 2! And they're still side by side going through 3! J19 holds on.
There's no point defending into turn 4. No one's ever is gonna make the move into there. Now here comes the penalties. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. So matey boy, Blood and Sands. I think Soulman's name popped up as well. I think.
Poor Exy.
That's not a place to.
That was because that was caused by J19 mounting the curb at the second part of the chicane. He lost all of his momentum and had to carry on.
He lost his momentum, but Michael C still wasn't close enough to go into there. There isn't enough of a braking zone to really do that. And that is, that's Blood and Sands ahead of them.
Ooh! Opportunistic there. Well done, Blood and Sands, to see that one coming.
Michael C's going to try and go around his out. But the problem is Blood and Sands will now get DRS.
Yeah, exactly, yes. Oh, because Michael C will have the
Michael C's the slipstream.
Where's that was not going to stop. That's not going to stop. Nice try.
Ooh. I tell you what, Blood and Sands nearly did. Nearly did what Rosberg did to Ricciardo a few years ago on the exit of turn 1 there. Just swipe across.
So Charlie didn't box either.
I wonder if...
sure there isn't damage? There is damage, you are right, yes.
Yeah, you can see on the Blood and Sands another one. That's 2 in quick succession for Blood and Sands. I wonder if they're getting to a point where they could box strategically.
You
and
sure?
He's just maybe convert to a 3-stop, maybe?
Well, I'm trying to think, because if Dave 1025 had only 10% damage, 5% wear on his tyres, Michael C's all over the place on Blood and Sand. Ooh. And
Charlie does stay out again.
Oh dear, there we go, that was contact there, back there. That will go a bit. I got that above view.
I just turned to that as the contact happened.
Back to your point a minute ago. TLK is keeping with Madman, but Madman is dropping back from KO, it seems like.
Yeah.
It looks like Madman's struggling for a bit of balance.
I wonder if there is still the flexibility, maybe, of do people do a 2-stop, do people do a 3-stop? This definitely ain't going to be a 1-stop race.
Oh God, no.
I
would have said 2.
Goes off again. 2 would be probably the
There's probably not much in it,
get
admittedly. It depends what the undercut's like.
Yeah.
But it's TLK now coming into DRS range.
Yeah, Madman ran wide at turn 12. Let's let TLK get, not quite, but he's just around that second marker.
J19's now onto the back of Matey Boy. So the recovery driver's doing fairly well as Michael C's now past Soulman.
Soulman, yeah, he's repassed Soulman, having just spun the lap ago. But yeah, J19 on the back of Matey Boy.
Too far back to make any impression this time.
Yellow flag. 2. It's VW. VW spun again in the same place he did earlier, and he's knocked his wing again.
So how will Michael C attack Blunt Sands this time then? He'll probably be on the back of him in the next couple of laps. But in the meantime, J19 pulled out 4.5 seconds to Michael C.
Yeah, he has, but he's... Oh, he's...
That nearly caught him out. Or Michael C 3-second time penalty. There we go.
I think another name popped up there, but it was so quick. You didn't actually see it.
Remember,
yeah, Dave 1025 as well.
Yeah. Remember, we get to have a look at the end. Oh, yeah. TLK's within half a second of Madman all of a sudden.
Oh, J19 up the inside of Matey Boy into 12.
Made it stick.
It's done. And now he's got, what's that, 7 seconds to Charlie.
Yeah, 7.5 seconds, yeah. As Charlie's dropped 2.2 now behind Dave 1025.
Charlie is definitely struggling with that lack of front wing. But White's doing an awesome job in 4th. There goes Charlie.
That was turn 1.
That would have been turn 1, yeah. I don't know if it was entry or exit, but that was turn 1.
That was entry to turn 1.
Oh,
Michael C's past Blood and Sands somehow. Oh, into turn 1 that would have been.
Yeah, DRS that would have been. Okay, so where are we at now? TLK has dropped back 1.2 seconds now to Madman again. So one of Madman's just had a couple of bad laps. No, he's
Madman's in.
He's boxing.
That's...
Ooh,
he's done this before.
He did this at Spain.
Seems early to me.
What does he go on? If he goes supers, I think we're looking at a 3-stop here.
Softs.
It's softs. It could still be a 2 or 3.
Where's he going to come out? He's going to come out behind White and Day 25.
He's going to come out behind
Charlie. No, he's not. He's out of the pit lane.
Just ahead of Charlie, behind Dave.
Do you think? Side by side.
Alongside Dave.
Just about in front.
Right.
But he's got the traffic of White though, and that's... So he lost... How many seconds in that pit stop?
About 21. It was about 4 and a bit. So we're looking
21.
21 seconds for a stop there.
So if KO pitted this time to count it will come out ahead of White.
Seconds. Yeah, he'll come out in the clean air. Whereas TLK would come out right with Dave again. So Dave would have someone else come out right alongside him.
No, he'll come out with Charlie, I think you'll find.
Just, maybe. Just between them two. Depends how quick, how aggressive they are with the pit lane entrance line and how quick they react to being dropped off the jacks. But they don't respond. KO, TLK both stay out. Madman
Callum gets out of the way of Madman.
Madman will get DRS off that Red Bull as well.
Of Callum.
The Red Bull needs to be a bit more. No, he's not really letting go there. That's
naughty.
That was a bit naughty there from Callum. Stopped Madman from being able to turn into the corner, but look how quickly Madman's caught white in that one lap.
We got it. Well, I'm looking at the gap between the leader and Madman. He's taken about a second out of him, so it's about 23.9 at the moment. So the problem is he's got to clear white.
The problem is he's going to lose a lot of time now as he's at the wrong part of the track to really be able to make an overtaking move unless he's really opportunistic.
Which he won't be. He'll be thinking of championship in the long game.
He might look into 12 if he gets a good run through here, which he hasn't. So he's got to wait until turn 1.
Late on the brakes there.
I mean, yeah, look, nearly back up to 25 seconds again, all of a sudden. That's how much time he's losing. This should be a done deal,
you got a good exit. Easy.
Ooh.
Bit of lag going on. He's through.
He is through. 24.5, so he lost half a second.
So not...
So,
and he'll get DRS going to turn 2.
Callum's ignored blue flags.
That's interesting.
That's
Soulman's in the pits.
That's with day 1025, right?
Behind him, yeah. Still right behind him.
Oh no! No, that's cruel. Day 1025 was in Callum's slipstream on approach to turn 4, and Callum has just slammed on the brakes, and Dave's gone right into the back of him. Callum's not doing a good job getting out of the way today, I'm afraid.
So now we've got 5th and 6th, both have front wing damage.
Yeah, identical wing damage as well.
Is
that Callum? Yeah, Callum's spun at the chicane.
So now Charlie's got his... So now we've got an equal battlefield.
To be careful. Callum really has to be careful considering how many license points he's on already.
Well,
he's on not.
That could be a ban already. Dave's in. Madman fastest lap.
Yeah, that's what I suspect.
Now that's the... he gained a second on that lap. But... Did he really want to go a second? Did he really want to do that fastest lap? Because then that makes everyone aware then that the undercut is real. But if he only gained a second on KO, he's only KO. That means he's only half a second slower than his own fastest lap. So the super softs on KO at least are hanging in there. It's certainly an easier 2-stop for KO.
Oh, matey boys spun turn 5. That's allowed Michael C through.
Oh, TLK's in. TLK's in. So he'll come out in 3rd. Oh, no, he might not do. I think White might come out in front of him.
Depends if White also boxes.
Which he don't.
Which he won't.
This will be close.
This will be very close. Hilke's already... He might just get out in front. Ooh, God no, he's kind of just behind him. I think. Or is he?
Side by side again. Chico's gonna
they adjusts. To be fair, White did have the corner.
So now Charlie's in as well.
Quickly. And matey boy.
So J19, after their antics, is back in 5th. But White is doing really well.
Yep.
Right, okay, so KO doesn't pit this time.
Madman should.
No, next lap, sorry. KO will lose the lead.
No, he's in.
He's in.
He's in, though.
21.8. Ooh,
He
this
should
could be
just...
close. That was really
pretty...
slow pit lane entry.
Yeah, that was giving it plenty of...
Is that super soft again?
Supers. It is super soft again. No, it's softs. Supers, no, it's supers. No, it's flicked. It flicked between softs and supers, and it has gone back to supers.
Right, Mama goes around the final corner.
No, KO should...
Yeah, he's out in front. He'll be out in front still.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's about 20... It's about 20 seconds, actually.
Yeah.
So now KO...
J19
KO's
pits.
next pit stop, theoretically, then will be about lap 40-ish.
Yeah, 40-ish, where
So there's
Madman...
still 30 laps then to go after that. That's still quite a far way.
We'll have to see how far Madman can go on his softs. When did he hit?
Oh, we missed it. TLK has passed White.
Oh yeah, so he has. Yeah, he's cleared him. Charlie's on the back of Dave.
Again.
Who are also on the... And then they're on the back of J19, who's just come out the pits.
So Charlie...
J19 is
I know Charlie did have a wing issue, but he actually hasn't lost too much time with the people he's battling with.
They've lost positionally to J19, because J19 was behind them at the stops, but because of the wing damage that both Dave and Charlie had, J19's managed to jump them.
Oh.
I think Charlie went wide. Yeah, Charlie's gone across the...
But didn't gain an advantage. It should have
no,
been
because I think he slowed, unless it was
White's
just
in the
a
pit
warning.
lane now, so he'll... Oh, hello, who's going off there? Oh, Callum Rose.
White was really cautious on the pit lane entrance though. So
but he has quite a big gap though. Michael C boxed early, we got to remember. So the one we've got to keep an eye on is really Blood and Sands.
Who's coming down?
He'll be behind Blood and Sands, but he'll be ahead of J19.
Yes, he will.
Which is where he's really battling.
No, he hasn't. He's the only one. He's the only one yet to pit. Yeah.
Well, Blood and Sands was the one of the guys who started on the soft tyre and has actually made it sort of work.
Yeah. Just kept himself out of trouble, sort of. Had a little wheel banging with Michael C and J19, I think it was.
It was Michael C, definitely.
Yeah.
So, if Michael C pitted this lap, which he probably won't, he'll come out.
KO's flooring it. 21,
well, he has
that's
to.
a quick time.
He has to because he's still got to run the soft tyre. This might be a free stop.
Yeah, I think we might be looking at... Depends how long those softs can go. Michael C is in.
So he'll come out behind Charlie and around in front of
Charlie
Matey Boy.
Dave.
No, it won't be Dave.
47. Oh yeah, just in front
of Matey Boy. He'll be around Matey Boy.
So I'll put him down.
I think we've got. Oh, as White's about to pass Blood and Sands.
It's good straight line speed in that Salvo.
Dave's looking at J19.
J19's got past Dave.
No, because Dave's already
passed Dave that lap.
No, Dave's always been ahead of him.
Yeah, J19 was ahead of him on the pit straight.
Oh, good move around the outside in turn 2 there.
J19's not to turn 4. Don't even try it.
There's the second one of Blood and Sands.
I think that's
second one for Charlie.
I think that's Blood and Sands third. Blood and Sands let him go. Why is Blood and Sands let him go?
Trying to keep out of trouble, maybe?
Yeah, maybe, but that's... No, Dave's wide.
All dirty tyres. Good showing from Dave 1025.
He was on for a decent result at Silverstone as well. Then he had his collision with Suits, didn't he? Or incident, which Suits seemed to be involved in as well at Cops.
Can I also say, at the current rate of the leader, I think up to 4th will be lapped.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well. The fact they're already 41 seconds behind, which is Callum's tyres. He's crashed. Yeah.
Is that a crash or retirement?
It might be retirement, and the AI's just gone into the wall. I don't know. It's a bit of a weird place to have crashed off.
I don't know what that is.
I think
That
that's
might
the
be the
outside
first
of turn
right.
11.
Oh, Dave 1025 first penalty. So now Dave's disposed of one Merc. Well, now he has the other Merc to deal with. How's Dave doing on points?
Michael C's got past Blunt Sands now as well.
Dave's on 26 points at the moment. He's not really with the Haas and Merc battle, but he's ahead of White in the championship. So good points all here could close that gap up.
But yeah, unless something happens to the top 3, that most of these lot will be hoping for today will be 12 points. J19's got a run on Dave here. J19's going to try and take the position back.
Oh. Making space, more like it. Now, does Dave let White have the room back? No.
No. He's going to do the same.
No
contact.
No, more contact between the Mercs. That.
I think what happened there was Dave was defending against J19 and inadvertently ended up outbraking White. As a result,
that damaged White's front wing though. Doesn't look like it.
No, it's the same as J19's.
Right.
And Dave's is fine as well.
That was a bit.
So they've got a one. Yeah, look, that's allowed Charlie onto the back of them as well. Yeah, that'll probably get looked at. Yeah, Charlie's on the back of White now, and Michael C is not far behind Charlie either.
So J19's got a good straight line speed then. To be catching a Toro Rosso which also is using DRS.
It depends what fuel mixes they were in, I guess. I suppose one.
So we've got a 5-car train coming up.
Yeah, 4th through 8th are all in a line. J19's having a look at White. Charlie was having a look at White as well.
White's gone wide.
Sector 3, Saltman's
crashed.
Where's that? Is that
that's
12?
That's going into final sector.
Yeah, that's the turn 12 right-hander.
Oh hello, what's happened here? Michael C's gone off the track. Out of turn 2. I don't know why he was doing there.
He's right on the back of Charlie almost.
Yeah, confusing.
Yeah.
Anyway, the lead for KO has gone out to 7 seconds now.
Which is what you said he needed to do. Because, I mean, he will get, in theory, he definitely should get the undercut this time round, so he will be the one pitting first.
But he'll have to dispose of TLK then. So realistically, he needs a 21-second gap to TLK to cover that off.
Yeah.
But the theory always was, if you were on the softest tyre at the end of the race, you have the advantage.
Yeah, I think Charlie's got a look at White into turn 1 here. No, he doesn't.
The half look.
Not as Yeah, Blumsand's finally.
Oh, hello,
hits.
we have
That's...
Dave 1025 under attack from J19. That's going to be more contact there. No,
just about.
So Dave 1025 must have made a mistake in this turn one. He must have gone a bit wide. Because I think there was about a half-second gap between them.
Unless J19's just got really good straight line speed with DRS.
Maybe, but
yeah, Blumsand's finally pitted at the end of lap 24 on those softs.
So...
And that
it's still technically
includes...
into... You can do it in two. You can do it in two.
You need two sets of softs though to do it.
No. KO can do it on supers. Because he did 17 laps on his first set of supers.
So 24... That only taken a 41. So 24 for softs. If we say 24 for softs, he did 20. That was only getting to... What, 60 or so? Yeah, he'd be pushing the boundaries a bit. He might be a...
What you got to remember is, did KO pit to cover Madman, or did he pit for new tyres?
Well, he stayed out a good, 4 or 5 laps. He might have waited until the point Madman, got close enough where he would stay ahead. Where if he stayed, if he did an extra lap, then he would have been behind Madman. So it's potentially both, but he did stay out. He didn't respond straight away. He did stay out a good 4 laps. So J19 is now breaking away from Dave. White has still got the Haas army behind him. Sixth, 7th and 8th are still very close together. KO's now got a lead over 10 seconds. I'm going to change that to leader because I'm going to keep an eye on TLK's gap to the leader. It's currently 15.3. So I think KO at this current pace will get that gap to TLK, I think, at this current race.
We've still got 6 seconds to finish what? But that's 17 laps. Remember, he did laps and them in qualifying, so I reckon he probably do 20. So that'll put him to 37.
That's still
no,
30...
47, sorry.
47, and that's what, 23 laps.
No, I was right the first time, 37. I was right the first time.
There's 33 laps then.
Yeah, it's a free stopper.
Laps you'd have to do.
It'll have to be a free stopper. But you're right, would it be quicker to do super soft soft or super soft soft supers? Knowing what track position is like here,
it's to be
honest, everyone will have. Everyone is the best one in position to do that would be TLK.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking of the time.
I mean, would you have wanted if you were in KO's position, knowing that if you had enough of a gap to pit and come out in front, would you have just wanted to do the same as Madman? Basically cover it off light for light? Or would you want to do what he's doing now and go on the faster tyre and try and push a gap?
I would say this, it's traditional normally from these games. You go on the softest tyre at the end of the race. Because that's when the biggest advantage is.
Yeah.
But we have seen wacky strategies before from F2 races, so I wouldn't rule out the possibility of something along them lines.
We've got a long way to go yet. This is normally yeah. This is normally over an hour, about an hour and 40 odd normally this race. laps. It's despite it being a shortish lap, it's a lot of laps.
Oh, yellow sector 2.
Sectors.
We know it's not Callum Rose.
Might have been TLK. Might have been TLK, you know.
Van Sant's
gets another.
That's definitely his third one.
That's definitely a license points, but I think that might have actually been his fourth.
Oh, Michael C up the inside of Charlie, turn 1, makes it stick. But what's the race tyre then, do you think? Would it be the softs? It depends really on what the delta time is. We haven't done enough information to work this out.
No, we haven't worked it out yet to see what the delta time is like, but it's all about track position. It is just... That's a cut from Michael C, I think. It is all just about being out in front and then just, you know, dealing with what you've got tyre-wise and setup-wise. I think you're right earlier on saying that top 4, or everyone from 4th down will get lapped, because J19 in 4th is not far away of being a minute off the lead already. 51 seconds off the lead.
I was trying to work it out whether or not
laps.
they're going to be 1 lap or 2 laps. It depended whether or not they had to be lapped. They all had to be lapped by lap 35.
Yeah.
For it to be 2 laps.
I don't think... Well, the fact that J19 is crossing the start-finish line now and KO is just starting sector 3, he's not going to close that in 5 laps.
Looking like he's lining up his teammate for a repass. This is too far behind.
It's getting a bit personal between these Haas drivers.
Oh,
VW's gone onto the mediums. He has had a few issues. I wonder if he's just purely running out of tyres.
Yeah, but them tyres are tyres that shouldn't be allowed to race because they are too hard. They're more made out of concrete.
Yeah, he's not going to have any pace on them, but he might have the durability to get to the end on them. Wouldn't be advisable to do 40 laps on them because you'd lose so much time. But
going back to this J19 has pulled not a sizable gap, but sort of a small gap today.
Can also point out TLK is over 18 seconds now behind KO.
Yeah.
KO's nearly got that pit stop gap to TLK.
Because he's 14 behind KO, but that means TLK is only 4 behind Madman now. I swear that was about 9 a few laps ago.
His fastest lap on those softs was a 22.2. He did a 24.2 back on lap 27, but he's not... He's in sort of the high 22s, low 23s primarily. I think KO is just... Because KO's in the 21s.
Oh, Vito is back in the pits again.
I wonder if he forgot to change his wing or something.
So in the Haas-Mercedes battle, Mercedes will be retaking the position off of Haas.
As it stands, yes.
Yes. What's helping is that Toro Rosso in 5th.
I think they'd prefer that Toro Rosso to be behind White, but yes. But this White Haas battle is...
Ooh, lunge!
Michael's up the inside!
Ooh, you still got contact! Charlie got it. No.
To be fair to White, he opened up the steering when he realised Michael C was there.
Oh, yellow flag into turn 1.
What's that for? VW! Disqualified for being parked in a dangerous place. What on earth happened there?
Blimey now, that was... Oh, it's still going on, look, still on the inside!
It's still kicking off. White's up the inside, there's contacts again.
It's
for
still
Michael C. White is through. Oh god, I had a heart attack. I was on board with Michael C.
I was on board with White. I wouldn't want to see. I wouldn't want to know what the drivers were thinking.
I wonder if VW had stopped to let leaders through.
Yeah, but why would the cars then? Yeah, but he would have been sideways on. That doesn't make sense because he would have been sideways on the track. No, that can't
be. No, he was before the
disqualification came out.
Well, and also it was kind of before where the sort of where the pit lane exit starts, almost. It was quite a bit way up that straight. It was really weird how he ended up there, to be honest. I have no idea. I'd love to see that from VW's view if he saves a clip or has a stream. I'd love to know what happened there. But Michael C is lining up White again. He will have a look into turn one. I'm pretty certain of it.
That's going to go deep.
He is the Daniel Ricciardo of this league.
Maybe not. It worked.
It has worked. Charlie, not quite close enough into turn two. Oh, White touched the grass though, on the inside of turn two. That's put him off kilter.
But that has helped. Oh, Madman back in the pits.
What on earth is he doing strategy-wise?
That's... hang on, just trying to work out. When did he pit for salt? Lap 15? He's only done 17 laps.
He was in the pits at the end of lap 13.
So he's done 21.
He's done 21 laps on the softs. He's gone out on softs again. He's definitely done a 3-stop.
Maybe this is what his plan. Maybe his plan was to do as little time as possible on the soft. But he would have done more laps therefore on the super softs, you'd think.
So if he does 21 laps again, that'll take him to 55. VW's left.
So that's 15 laps left.
That'll leave him 15 laps on the supers, which will be more than doable. But he only did 13 at the start of the race, but obviously that includes... You got to add on the what he did at quali. So 15 should be possible, but yeah, this is...
But what I don't understand is, if you advertise in because if you did Q1, wouldn't it have been even quicker to do 3 load of supers and 1 load of softs? But you'd have to commit to that strategy in qualifying.
You'd have to commit to it. And if you ended up with damage, then obviously your strategy is screwed. We'll see how it works out for him, but...
I don't think that's going to work.
No, I think he's on the back foot doing it that way.
I think KO might be doing it the free... KO, I think, can do the 3 supers way. I think. But not sure.
So it's only 1 set of softs throughout the entire race?
Correct. Because think about it, if he did 17 laps on the supers, if you did 3 of those...
Plus... So that takes you to 51.
And then you'd only do 19 on the softs.
Yeah.
So that's...
And you got to think, he did 17...
Sorry, Charlie was dialing up White.
As you say, KO did 17 laps in the first stint, but don't forget, as we always say, it doesn't include the laps you did in quali.
Yeah, so you can probably do 20 laps.
20 laps, so 20,
it'll come
40...
in maybe, what, lap 40 maybe?
Lap 40, but then it will leave him 30 laps to... Could he do 30 laps on the softs and do a 2-stop? If you can do 20 on the supers?
It's a long way.
It's a long way, but...
Problem is, it's right on that limit, isn't it? You could easily 3-stop it, but if you did 2, you could probably have better track position.
Yeah. That's this way. If he does do a 3, but doesn't stop until about lap 40 odd, it will mean he will barely do what 15, 20 laps on the soft. Sorry.
Yeah.
So he will always have good tyre life, but seems a bit... I would find it being a bit bizarre to do as long as stints on the supers if you're going to do potentially shorter on the soft. It's a bit of a weird way going around
maximising
it.
the faster tyre, that's why. Oh, Michael C's gone miles wide. What happened there?
He went really acute and narrow. Oh, he's cut across his teammates. His teammates lunging up his inside now. There's contact between the Hasses.
What happened there?
Michael C, I don't know. He was right on the inside on the approach to turn 1. It was really weird.
Lack of concentration?
Yeah, maybe.
Right, KO has got a pit stop gap on TLK now.
I'm just having a look at his tyres, see if they're giving any indication of what they're not. There's not real wear on them. There's a little bit of marking on them, but there's nothing really. That'll give you that indication he was suffering from wear.
So KO we think pitted on lap 17. TLK pitted on lap 16. So TLK's done 21 at the moment. So if he could go to, even if he went to lap 45, 40,
TLK,
45, 50.
sorry, KO pitted at the end of 18.
Oh, okay, so at the end of 17 TLK pitted then.
Yeah.
So if TLK pitted, I don't know, lap 48, and then puts on another set of softs, he'll go to the end on those.
Yeah. I think it is definitely possible to stop with 2 sets of softs and 1 set of supers if you can get to last.
Yeah.
But is that the quickest way? That's still the talking point. Because KO is stretching that lead at a good rate on the faster tyres, with no apparent sign of let-up in performance. So, I don't know. It's difficult to read again, this one with strategy. Madman does go quicker again, but he did that last time.
Yeah, but he still has to... But that would mean he now needs to find a 14 seconds of undercut, which isn't going to happen.
No. Oh, KO's getting wheel spin again.
No, we haven't lost someone. I thought we had lost someone for a second, because I was just trying to work out where everyone was.
Well, we only started with 14 drivers.
J19 is still not a minute behind KO yet.
No, he's got.
So he's got a decent gap between him and the other Merc.
Oh, this Haas battle is still ongoing. They're stuck behind. This is just proving how difficult it is to pass. They're stuck behind White. They're battling each other, but they're being held up by. Michael C's going off again.
This will help Merc in the championship doing it. So this is important. So qualifying is definitely. So this is for the F1 guys, because none of the F1 guys are actually watching this at the moment, so we can talk about this.
Well, have you got zero viewers, have you?
Oh no, I've got like 15 at the moment.
Yeah, they're all watching you because they can't watch me.
Yeah. The track position is key. So maybe doing the super softs and soft and soft might be the better way of doing it. Because if someone went on the supers behind you, they couldn't overtake.
Yeah.
But
I'm keeping an eye on this White Haas battle because
I think KO has hit the wall of performance on them supers.
Yeah. Charlie, he can't get close enough to what Michael. You see, he's lunging on his teammate. He likes lunging into there. Oh, they're still touching. They're still wheel banging.
That's not still going. That is so not gonna. Oh no!
Are they trying to replicate Red Bull here? Oh.
No. They're trying to replicate what we did a few years ago.
Oh god, yeah, don't remind me of that. Because it did end up with me in the wall.
Yes, it did end you.
Oh dear me. Oh, Charlie's made a mistake.
TLK's taking time out. Madman's taken 3 seconds out of KO.
Yeah, J19 is now closing in on KO as well.
So
yeah, KO has hit the wall with performance, definitely. I won't be surprised if he's in around now.
So this is interesting now because KO will most likely go on the softs.
Yes. I'll be very surprised if he doesn't. But...
will he come out behind TLK? It's gonna be really close.
And he is in. He is in.
.7.
It's going to be right there, isn't it?
More supers.
Softs?
No, softs.
Softs? Softs? Yeah, softs. Yeah. So where's TLK? TLK's going around the final corner now.
I don't think he'll be... I think KO will be safe.
Just.
Yeah.
Yeah, KO is...
So it's about
looking
19
20
and
seconds.
a half.
19 after 20 seconds exactly. So that was what, about 20.7, and it's now 8 tenths, 9 tenths. So yeah, you're looking just under 20 seconds for a stop then.
This white and oh no, it's still going on.
Hassies. Michael C's lunging again. I don't think Charlie will be very happy after this race. You don't really tend to expect to see your teammate lunge on you multiple times in a race. Depends if they actually communicate during the race, which would be advisable if they do.
Well, saying that, don't you lunge your teammate in the F1 league?
I let him know I'm coming. Sorry, Dave, if you're listening.
Oh, hello. Michael C's going around the outside of white in turn 2.
So you're going to get the inside for 3.
Still side by side. Oh, bang.
Nudge.
Bang! Oh, it's gone!
No, no! And white's out. That's a wheel gone.
Ooh, you can see that was happening.
Oh, Michael C's gone off again.
He's got no front wing, pretty much. He's lost all of his front wing very nearly. Right,
He's just got the flank, effectively. Right. We'll need to look at that one again.
Oh.
We've definitely got an FIA this Tuesday.
Oh. You can see that was going to happen, though.
You can see that's been building for about 30 laps.
The problem was, though, I only had it from a front-on view.
I was on board with white looking sort of flicked between front and back as it happened as Dave pits as well, I think.
So he's got quite a far way on his tyres, actually.
Yeah. I want to have a look at that again because...
How slow do you want to get into the pit lane? That was very cautious. But I suppose he's in a very good position. So...
Oh yeah, because Michael C's in the pit, so he's definitely going to stay in 6th. Okay.
Strategy book. Where's the window? Strategy book. Open the window. Come on. Come on. Come on. Open the window. Come on. Out the window. Right. Okay. This makes now this makes no sense.
And Michael C's got on mediums as well.
It really does make no sense now. Right. Okay. So Charlie is now free to chase down J19 now. One thing I've noticed, KO's been on them softs now for 3 laps.
TLK's closed the gap.
And Madman's still closed in 3 seconds. Is this KO's demise? Or is he looking after fuel?
I'm just looking at that. KO is he's got 0.9 of a lap it's showing on my screen. TLK's got 1.2. Madman's on 1.3, but he's in rich at the moment, is Madman. So he's pushing.
All mate boys past London Sands. Everyone will now get points.
Assuming they get to
90%.
63 laps. So start at lap 64, sorry. You've got to be within the last 7 laps of the race.
Oh, no.
Classified.
No, KO's now on the move.
Yeah. Might just taking him a lap or two to get used to those softs. Even though TLK made an error.
No, because he pulled away to Madman as well.
Yes, he did. He did indeed. Okay, so
it's really about the best of the rest at the moment.
We've got Michael C, Matey Boy, Blood and Sands in. Ooh, excuse me, in a bit of a line.
Actually, still technically, we could have. It's going to be interesting where TLK ends up in all of this. That's his. That's his third one.
Charlie's in. What would he go on?
Probably softs again.
That was committed to the line. That was more sort of what you'd expect.
Softs? Supers.
Supers. So he's stopping again. Because that's 26 laps. He ain't going to do 26 laps on softs. Super softs, sorry. And he's behind.
Now this is going to be interesting.
Dave.
He's now on 2 grades softer tyres than Dave. Can he pass him? You'd think so.
You'd think so, but it's one of the most difficult tracks to overtake on. So you have to play it. You have to play it steadily because he will probably through sector 2. You'll probably find through sector 2 he'll have a lot more grip and traction.
But
he doesn't want to risk. Yeah, but the thing he's just got to be careful he doesn't run into the back of him just because he's got superior grip.
J19's going on more softs.
Now 25 laps to go. You would think he should be able to get to the end. So is soft, super soft, soft the way to go?
That's what he's done.
Yeah. Charlie's very wide in the last corner. Sands gets another warning, another penalty, sorry.
May I remind you as well, TLK's only done 1 pit stop so far.
No, he's in now. He's in now, as you speak. This is his second stop, and I think
this has to be soft, surely.
Yeah, if he's softs, he's going to the end. If it's supers or
softs,
yeah, it's softs. Yeah, he's going to the end. But this could be crucial because Madman's got to pit again.
Yeah, this is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, this could be. Madman will have the better tyres at the end, but TLK should have the track position.
Doesn't KO have to box again?
KO's possible. It depends how far he can get those to go.
He pitted at the beginning of like lap 40, didn't he? 40, 41.
End of lap 40, yeah. So 30 laps. Yeah. That's pushing it, but again, he might. If he looks after him, it might be possible.
We did.
Charlie's on the back of Dave already.
He did 22 laps on a set of supers. Probably not beyond the wit of man to do an extra 8.
He's just got to take care of him. I think that's the.
Well, yeah, because that's the point. Because TLK's only 24.5. Will be 20. Is 24.5 behind KO. If he pulls in 5 seconds or something, KO will have no choice but to carry on.
Yeah, yeah. Charlie's making a move on Dave. That's how quickly he's caught him. And no, Dave hanging around the outside. He likes hanging around the outside of people today. He's not wanting to give those positions up without a fight. Fair play to him. Even on 2 grade harder tyres. But
Charlie now has to push like hell.
He's got 12.2 seconds to J19. J19 we suspect is going to the end.
Dave
Charlie
1025 is going to the end, and Michael C is definitely going to the end.
Yeah. Dave
I suspect
has got 22.
Dave, I suspect, would have pitted on soft, but because he did he started on the softs and he had the collision with
Yeah.
Callum Rose, that's what mugged his up his strategy.
Yeah. But Dave 1025 does have a 22-second gap to Michael C, 22.2, and they're on the same tyre.
KO is confusing me. He's got no pace on the softs.
Is he in conservation mode? Is he in lean? No, he's in standards. He's in standard on my screen. But he's doing fastest laps though.
But Madman's keeping up.
Yeah, for the leaders, the second and third are keeping up with him. It's really... So everyone has stopped twice other than Michael C, who's been through the pits 3 times. VW was actually in the pits 4 times before he got disqualified. Biggest mover is Devil, who's up 6. Dave 1025's up 4. And then you got J19 Charlie and London Stands up
Ooh.
1.
Dave 1025 needed
What's happening
there?
The only driver to have actually lost positions since the start of the race who's still out there is Michael C. He's lost 3 positions since the start of the race.
He has been in the wars.
He has in the wars and in the walls as well. But yeah, let's put that onto leader. So just keep an eye on that gap between the top 3. So Dave's just been lapped now. So yeah, that's 6th place lapped. 5th place is only just up the road. And 4th place is 12 seconds up. So yeah, the top 4 will definitely get lapped once though. They won't get lapped twice. There's my is Stephen still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, you're very quiet.
So I can see right. So Dave 1025 is now a lap down.
Yeah, he's literally just been laps at the start of this lap. Charlie is not far away from being lapped himself. But yeah, those gaps aren't extending at the top, so...
Well, Madman's dropping back on KO, but TLK's keeping with him.
So KO's doing low 21s. Madman's doing more mid 21s.
TLK's doing low 21, so is J19.
Yeah. Yeah, KO's done a 21.146 his fastest lap.
And J19's done 21.2.
And KO's a 21.0. So yeah, they're keeping up with him, pace-wise. But crucially, KO is keeping that gap big enough to rejoin in front of TLK. If he does have to stop again. But Madman will have, so he's 13 seconds clear of TLK. So if he does pit, he'll come out about 7-8 seconds, 6 to 8 seconds behind TLK. I suspect he'll be on the super softs at the end.
Yep.
Can he close down that 8-second gap in what will be, say about 15 laps? Would you say 10 laps? He should pit between the laps, sort of lap round 55, won't he? You would have thought.
Madman, yeah.
Yeah. I think, to be honest, if KO's wise, I think when he realises Madman pits again, I think it'll be wise for him to pit as well. As he gets a penalty.
Sure?
Oh, actually, saying that now, that puts a different perspective on it. That just puts a different perspective on that. Because Madman and TLK have not got penalties yet. Ooh, okay. If he hadn't done that, I think it would have been okay for him to do that, to pit, because he would have rejoined in front of TLK and he would have had a faster tyre. So yellow flags are set to 1. Michael C's in AI mode. And he's come out of AI mode. He's got Devil right behind him. Michael C was at risk there of losing position to Devil.
Yeah.
Devil's not doing too badly in there, PA. Only a lap down, having not done quali, and debate whether he's actually on a standard setup or a personalised setup. Nice healthy-ish gap to Matey Boy and Bun Sands behind him. But if you really take out the top 3, fourth down, there's not really been a massive field spread. They're all sort of still in kind of range of each other.
Yeah. This was in sort of like a little bit of a lull at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all sort of spaced out. We are waiting for the last of the pit stops really to happen, which should spice it up for the end.
Especially the battle for second.
So, yeah, so do stay tuned, guys. It's not going to be a ball fest at the end, believe me. Charlie goes 21. Is that 21 flat?
0.05.
So just quicker than what KO's previous fastest lap was. Whereas he's 10 seconds behind J19. But again, Charlie will have to. Oh, J19's got 3 seconds there. There we go.
That's his first one.
Charlie's already got one, though, isn't he? How many has he got?
I would like a penalty count. On
yeah, I'm just going to go through it now.
Spectate mode, preferably.
I am going to go through it now, since you're the one streaming, so I'll go through it. So KO has 1 penalty, and no warnings after that. Madman hasn't got a penalty yet.
Is this Devil trying to overtake Michael C?
Well, he's on 2 grader softer tyres, so he's got the capability to doing that. TLK's 1 warning away from a penalty. J19's got 1. Charlie's got 1, 2, 3.
KO fastest lap immediately after.
Yeah.
Dave 1020.
Dave 1025 has got 1, 2, 2. Michael C has got 1, 2. Devil has got 2 warnings. Matey Boy has got 1, 2. And Blood and Sands has... Oh, this will be tricky to work out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's 5 secondary got as well. Matey Boy, I think that's Matey Boy's one that just came through. So I was looking through the, yeah. I was looking through Spectator, yeah, I've just seen K as fast as that pop up on my screen. But TLK is 23.4 back. TLK is keeping up with pace of the KO. Madman's in. Here we go. Lap 55.
Lap 55, we did say that.
Yep. So he gets slowed down in time. He does just. And we should see. Well, he's already used 2 sets of softs, so it should definitely be super softs. Which it is. Super softs to the end. But he will have about
12 seconds.
7 seconds? Yeah, what would it be? Yeah, about 10 seconds. Yeah, 10 seconds to catch in 15 laps. That'll be Right, let's change that to interval. Keep an eye on that. Yeah, it's 9.9 to be exact. That will be it's also clouding over. I don't think it's going to rain at the end of the race, but it's
certainly cloudy.
More clouds are. Yeah, the clouds are definitely getting more noticeable. In the sky there. Don't suspect it's going to rain at the ends, but you never know. So Devil's still within a second of Michael C. You got Blood and Sands within a second of Matey Boy. And then after those two battles, really, the next as J19 gets another.
Devil's in.
He's still got. Yeah, Devil is in. Guys go speed. Yeah, he sped. Oh, I was on board with him there, and I was like, no, you're definitely not slowing that down. So he'll come out last out of all the runners left, but I don't think he'll stay there. So I think some of the guys ahead of him will have to pit again, like Blood and Sands, for example. Madman's already taken
a second.
1.2, 1.3 out of TLK since coming out of the pits. But this might be a similar situation to what we saw in Silverstone. Madman's having to push hard now. So will he rack up penalties as a result? Because he's only one warning away from getting a penalty. And that'll put him back over 10 seconds again, in theory. So we'll have to keep an eye on that, because into the 19s he goes. But TLK is closing on KO. That gap's is slowly getting a little bit less. If KO does want to pit again, he'll have to do it soon.
Yeah. Charlie's in. Ooh. Yep. Okay, so he pulled forward only 14 seconds to Dave. There's 12 to go. Be more super soft, you'd imagine. Which it is.
But Charlie does have more penalties than Dave as well. He's got two. He's got two more, I think. So he's only going to be about what, 5 seconds, 5 seconds behind. But he's going to have to pull about, yeah, a good 6 second gap at least. Once past Dave, if he can get past him, to try and keep that position. But again, the same with Madman, he might rack up more penalties trying to do that. So what is happening? So TLK is slowly catching KO. KO is, I don't know if he's managing tyres or if this is just his pace he's got at the moment. But he's doing what he just needs. He's doing enough to just stay, to just, you know, to keep this lead at the end of the race without needing to stop again. His fuel light is flashing, but I think that's just a game feature. A game feature in spectate mode.
We've got a potential battle coming up for 8th. Devil catching up Matey Boy and Blood and Sands.
Yeah, Blood and Sands has been there a good few laps now. I think Blood and Sands might have to pit again. I think. I can't remember the last time he stopped, but I don't think it was recently. He pitted at the end of lap 45. 25 laps on a set of supers.
No, not possible.
No, so I suspect Blood and Sands will have to pit again. Charlie's already within 2.5 seconds of Dave. Madman has not quite got under 6 seconds yet at TLK. 10 laps to go, 6-second gap. That's going to be awfully close at the end. Because TLK is not the easiest person to pass either.
No.
So that could get a bit of wheel banging going on.
We've got a few chases going on. We've got Madman to TLK, Charlie to Dave, Devil to Blood and Sands and Matey Boy. But Charlie's only 2 seconds now behind Dave 10:25.
Yeah, Charlie will be with him in the next couple of laps.
The concerning one for me is Madman isn't really catching TLK anymore.
He's taken 2/10 out of him on this lap, but yeah, it's not really...
It's not rocketing
coming down fast enough, no. He needs to take more. Alright, it's gone down to 5 seconds all of a sudden. 4.9.
If he finishes there, that 16-point gap in the lead he's got will be down to 6.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point actually. It's a bigger gap. There's a bigger points difference than he would like. He will catch TLK, he's down to 4.5 seconds. But yeah, it's all about how quickly, if at all, can he pass him. Charlie's now within 3/10 of Dave, going into turn 1. You've got Blood and Sands within 3/10 of Matey Boy as well, further down the order for P9. P8, sorry.
No! Bit of a jink out from Charlie there in between turns 2 and 3. Oh,
Dave gets a penalty, running wide at turn 4.
Yep. Still clouding over.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to rain by the end of the race. There's only 9 laps to go, but... yeah, it's noticeably darker. Right, can Charlie do anything like Dave down the pit straight? Should be able to.
Enough.
And he should have the better grip and traction to outbrake him and outdrag him down. Ooh, Dave got the cutback.
But the problem is they will have DRS still.
Dave likes going around the outside though. We've seen this a couple of times already today.
He doesn't have the grip though.
No, he tried it, but yeah, he didn't have the grip to do it.
Can we have a look at the freeway battle for 8th?
Oh yeah, that Devil's caught right up with Blunt Sands now. What's that? That J19 coming up behind him to lap him, I think. I think it's J19 in P4, just about to come out of the last corner.
Looks like it. Looks like a Merc.
Madman's within 3 seconds, or just over 3 seconds behind TLK. TLK has actually lost time to KO over the last couple of laps. Did get that down to 22.7. Now 23. Yeah, this battle for 8th, 9th and 10th is hotting up. So you've got Matey Boy who's been on those softs for a
good while. Blood and Sands was possibly going to the end.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So Matey Boy, when did he last pit? He last pitted at the end of lap 43 for those softs. Blood and Sands pitted at the end of 45, super softs, and Devil only pitted a couple of laps ago. So Devil's got the freshest tyres out of anyone in that group, and Devil looks like he's going to have a go here at Blood and Sands. Down the inside.
Yep, through.
He will have the drag down the
there.
2 with DRS, but they're still side by side.
Michael C,
Michael
another
C
time
gets another penalty. Ooh, Devil.
Actually, that's a good point.
Outbreaks
Michael
him
C's got to be careful here. He's only 10 seconds in front of Blood and Sands.
Michael C is 7.4 ahead of Matey Boy.
No, he's 4.6.
4.6. What's happened to him? He's lost a lot of time there. He's knocked his wing. He's had a spin. He's knocked his wing. The right-hand side of his wing's missing. There's Michael C. So, yeah, he's going to struggle now.
Yep.
And yeah, he might find himself potentially behind all 3 of those drivers, or as Matey Boy goes deep.
He would have done
Devil,
anyway because of all the penalties.
Devil's done Matey Boy as well.
Yep. And
Michael C's retired.
So he.
No, because he's chosen to retire, so he won't get classified.
Okay.
You don't get the classification rule doesn't count if you choose to retire.
Right.
Because people don't. It was deemed people don't deserve to score points if they don't bother finishing the race.
Right.
Or don't bother trying to finish
Dave
the race.
has not dropped off the back of Charlie.
No. Madman is within 1.5 seconds of TLK now, but yeah, that's
taken a while
impressive.
to get there.
Blunt Sands gets another penalty. Well, we've got 5 to go. Well, Blunt Sands and Matey Boy are side by side. Their position indicators are changing. Blunt Sands has done him. I think Matey Boy's tyres have gone off. Although that's weird because he's only done 2 laps more than Blunt Sands, who's on the softer tyre. But Matey Boy does appear to be struggling. So it is all about now Madman on TLK. Really? For these last couple of laps?
I think Dave possibly will be 5th then after penalties. Michael C is now left. Makes no difference.
So will it be a 6-point gap between KO and Madman, or will it be a 9-point gap at the end of this?
I don't think Madman has enough pace to pass TLK.
That's Dave 1025, they're coming up to lap.
They lapped J19, yeah, I'm guessing they have done. No, they still haven't lapped J19. J19 may stay on the lead lap.
Yeah, is that tiny little straight between turns 11 and 12. Ahead of KO is J19. So J19 might get away with not being lapped. Yeah, Dave's now dropping off the back of Charlie. That 7th, 8th and 9th battle is spread out as well.
Yeah,
Matey Boy's redone Blunt. Matey Boy's redone Blunt sounds actually.
Yep. So Madman is now within DRS range now.
That's Dave getting out of the way, so traffic's not an issue for these two.
Nice and close. Yes, that was close.
Closer than it needed to be. They shouldn't catch Charlie. Charlie's nearly 6 seconds up the road from Dave now. So they should not catch Charlie, these guys second and third, before the end of the race.
Oh,
sector 2
that's
yellows. Dave spun, yeah, he's spun out of 5, he's broken,
wing.
Partially broken his wing. That might cost him a chance of getting 5th back on penalties.
Mercedes will catch a little bit on Haas in the constructors.
Yeah, not by much though. Because they both had a driver.
That'll drop that gap to 8 points. Oh, TLK defends. Defending fresh air.
Yeah, Madman's nowhere near close enough, so yeah, he didn't need to do that. So yeah, Dave's in the pits, he will easily get back out in front of Devil. So he should hold on to 6th, but he could have potentially had 5th place at the end of the race if he kept within touch of Charlie. Now, where can Matt... It didn't look like Madman had a lot of extra speed with that DRS there on that pit straight the last time around, did he?
Oh, there we go, that's it.
That's it, done. Yep.
Ooh.
So, yeah, not only does he need to pass TLK now, he needs to get 3 seconds ahead.
Which isn't going to happen.
Which isn't going to happen in 2 laps.
Unless TLK has a penalty, because you said he's
TLK's 1 wing away
as well.
Yeah, so TLK needs to get a penalty in the or warning in the next 2 laps for Madman to be able to just get this outright on track. He might get him this time. TLK is defending, but this time he needs to. Madman hasn't got the straight line speed, not really. He's able to brake later, but that's not going to work. TLK defends again. And he'll hold on. He just doesn't need to accidentally cut a corner on wide and get his own penalty. Because in theory right now TLK doesn't need to defend, he can let him go and just follow him.
Charlie another time.
Charlie gets another one. Oh, that will aggravate Dave even more.
Good point, actually. How many penalties has Dave got? 2?
Dave, he had 2, I think it was.
He might get overtaken by Devil.
No, that's right. Devil hasn't got any, has he?
Devil's
Devil, to be fair,
4.9 behind.
Devil has got a stop-go from his last pit stop, speeding, which he hasn't served. He hasn't been in the pit since. So that's 5 seconds going to added on for him, isn't it?
Here we go again, final time.
Yeah.
Oh, bit of a dummy
he's
move.
trying to...
Through.
Oh, nudge. There was contact there as well. Slid the rear out a bit to sort of usher him off. Tilke's lunging. Don't need to do that.
That was a bit drastic, that was, wasn't it?
You don't need to do that. And that's his penalty.
Oh, there goes that. Oh,
there you go.
That's done. Wow.
He will absolutely kick himself when he realises that.
Yeah.
When he watches this back, he will kick himself. But KO's coming over to win the race. He's already in the last bend.
Domination. Is there anything you can say
he
that?
had it easy. Absolutely. He hasn't really been challenged. TLK's not given up on this one yet, you know.
I don't think he'll be able to do anything though.
No, he hasn't got the traction to be able to do anything about it. So Madman will be second, TLK will be third. There you go.
And now we've got wait in age because J19's the last one to cross the line as he's not been a lap down.
Yeah. Dave should hold on to 6th, I think.
Yeah, he should do, yeah. So he's now 8 seconds in front.
I think it's only 2 penalties he's got. 1, 2. Oh no, he's got 3. Sorry.
Ooh, half a second in it
3.
at the moment.
Yeah.
Oh no, now it's 1/10 in it at the moment. This is going to be...
Devil,
oh no, it's these
Devil,
2 turns
push.
clear.
Push.
2 turns clear.
Push, Devil.
No, it's now 9-0. It's now 9-0. No, 9-3. No, Dave's got it.
2 tenths. Well, that was
not the usual F2 shenanigans.
No.
That wasn't a
it was a lot
total.
It was a lot more civilised, not completely and utterly, but a lot. Still had its fair share of incidents, which we'll no doubt have to talk about on Tuesday. But yeah, when TLK realises this, when he watches it back, he will kick himself. Because he cost himself P2 there.
So how close was that, Dave? Oh no, Devil had a few... Oh, it was the Devil penalties that didn't help.
That's the point, yeah, he had the stop-go, which is actually only... It's weird, this game, because if you get a stop-go and you don't serve it, it shows it up as twice, even though it doesn't actually apply it twice.
So everyone had a penalty in that race?
No, Devil didn't actually have a corner cut penalty. His only stop-goes.
Yeah.
But everyone else had at least one... I better scroll down because Callum.
I'm not going to get this.
Callum's penalties at the bottom.
I didn't get all of it.
No, we can work that one out. That's not an issue. It's easy to work out what the 5-second stop goes. Is if you get given the 5-second stop go and you don't serve it, if you don't, for instance, you don't pit again, it will show up twice on the end results, but only apply the penalty once. Whereas if you serve it, it won't apply the penalty at the end of the race, but it will show up as one penalty on the statistics at the end. It's really weird. Very bizarre way of the way it's been coded, but there we go.
Yeah.
But that was the F2 League race. Round 11, as we finally established, around Hungary.
Yeah.
As always, next week it's the F1 League's turn to do the same. God knows how that's going to go down. And we'll find out in due course as well as to who will commentate that race. But obviously, keep an eye on the website, keep an eye on updates, because there's going to be decisions have to be made on penalties and collisions and such that will happen today. So keep an eye on that, because it may affect the order between one or two people. So keep an eye on the website, keep an eye on the update on the league table, and so on. But me and Stephen will see you in a couple of weeks' time.